Today I'm going to make turkey crock-pot chili. Today it's really cold and I'm going to do an easy recipe. This is a dump and go recipe. I'm not going to brown the turkey or saute it. It's all going in the crock pot, covering it with a lid, and it's a set and forget situation. I will be stirring a couple of times throughout the cook process, but it's easy and it's very delicious. Okay, so today I'm making slow cooker turkey chili. And here are most of the ingredients that I'm going to use. I actually still have some that are not on the counter yet. Now you could do away with a lot of these seasonings and just use a store-bought seasoning mix. It definitely works. But to get started here in my crock pot, this is a 4.5 quart crock pot. I'm adding 2 pounds of lean turkey meat, ground meat, 4 cloves of garlic minced, 1 small onion that I've chopped, 1 small bell pepper chopped. I'm adding 1 teaspoon of garlic powder, a teaspoon of onion powder. I'm also going to add just a 1/4 teaspoon of crushed red pepper flakes and a 1/2 teaspoon to a full teaspoon of ground cumin. Here I have a 1/2 teaspoon of black pepper, and I'm going to use 1.5 teaspoons of smoked paprika. You could also use chipotle pepper and adobo sauce. That adds a good smoky flavor and heat. Here I'm adding 2 tablespoons of chicken bouillon powder. You could skip this and just salt to taste. I'm also going to add just a dash of Mexican oregano, a 1/2 teaspoon of salt, and I'm going to give this a mix. I am not going to saute or cook the turkey meat first. Now, if you do decide to do that, it'll shave off some cook time. Here a can of Rotel went in that I drained, and I'm also adding 1 cup of tomato puree. You could use tomato sauce as well. Here I'm adding 2 tablespoons, maybe 2.5 tablespoons of chili powder, and I'm going to mix this. And I'm just sort of going to break it apart because, like I said, I'm not cooking it first, so you kind of want to mix things. Now I'm going to add 2 15-ounce cans that I've drained of beans. I'm using pinto and black beans. I'm going to cover this with a lid. And now I'm going to set my slow cooker on high. I'm going to cook this on high for about 4.5 to 5 hours. If you're doing this on low, it's definitely going to take somewhere between 6 to 8. Because remember, this is not cooked. The meat is going in raw and all together. Okay, so after about 1.5 hours, I'm going to just give it a stir and just help break it apart. I will do this around 2 to 3 more times if needed. And this is just to help cook the ground turkey and to break it apart. By the way, I did add 2 fresh bay leaves to this only because I had them to use. Typically, I don't do this. And I do like the flavor of bay leaf, but honestly, I kind of like this chili without. Typically in my chilies, I don't add bay leaf in it, but you know, do what you like. I had it to use, so I put it in, but I'll probably exclude it from the description below. Okay, so I am 3.5 hours into the cook time. As you can see, it's broken apart. It looks and smells delicious. I'm going to give it a stir. Now, I did taste it. At this point, the meat is cooked. I just really want it to get tender. So I think it needs something acidic and tangy, so I'm adding 1.5 teaspoons of apple cider vinegar, 1.5 teaspoons of sugar. I'm going to give that a mix. You'll also want to taste it for salt. What I added in the beginning is just sort of like a beginning seasoning process, but towards the end you'll want to give it a taste and adjust to your preference. I thought it needed vinegar and sugar to balance the flavor. Sometimes it doesn't. It just depends. But here we are. 5 hours and my turkey chili is ready. It smells fantastic and I'm so happy I made this because now it's dinner time and it's ready and that's it. My chili is done. It was so easy to make. So I'm going to serve a bowl. So one of my favorite things about making chili is that the flavor profile is up to you and to your taste. If you want it spicier, add more spice. If you want it smokier, add something that has that smoky flavor. It all works and it's so good. So here's how I topped mine and I'm ready to dig in. I hope you give this recipe a try. I hope you like it, and thanks for watching.